Holy effing shit. The Raid 2. So The Raid 2 is the sequel to one of the best action films that's come out in a while, The Raid Redemption. I've been looking forward for The Raid 2 for a long time. When I first saw the teaser trailer, I was like, I cannot wait for that movie. And now I finally have seen it. And I'm not over exaggerating, guys. I am telling you the truth. The Raid 2 is not one of the best, one of the greatest action films that has ever come out. This movie is phenomenal. When I was watching it in the theater, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in the movie theater. It was so awesome. I mean, everyone in the theater was so in awe of how fantastic the fight choreography was, the direction, the action scenes. Everyone was so into the movie, and I was just like, I'm so happy that I finally got a chance to see this movie. First, let me just say, The Raid 2 has some of the greatest action scenes I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic choreography, fantastic directing. It was awesome. Before I start fanboying all over this movie, let me say what makes this film good. First off, this movie has significant improvements over the first film. See, I really loved the first film. I did. But there were some faults that I gave for the film. First off, the story was not grand. It was not really that great because it was just mainly focused on the action. And I have no problem with that, but the story was lackluster and the dialogue wasn't that really interesting, so you didn't really care about all the characters in the movie. Everything you love about the first Raid Redemption, The Raid 2, it maximized it by over 1 million. It is crazy. I loved it. The story is more fleshed out. It's a more interesting story, because the movie takes place 2 hours after the first Raid Redemption. And the main guy, Rama, he's got to go undercover and he's got to go up against these mob bosses of the city he's in. Something happens in the movie that makes him want to go undercover. I will not spoil it for you guys, but he goes undercover, he goes to this prison, and then he works for this mob bosses. Now he's part of this entire mob family. I mean, the fight choreography is awesome. The fights are brutal. I'm telling you guys, this movie is really violent. If you're one of those people who's like, oh my gosh, that was a little squirt of blood, this movie's too violent, I hate that movie already. It was just too violent. I cannot handle it. If you're one of those people, then don't even bother seeing The Raid 2 because you're gonna hate this film. But if you're like a guy like me who likes a lot of violence, you're gonna love The Raid 2 because there are some big violent things in this movie. Like, if you thought the first Raid Redemption was violent, wait till you see The Raid 2. It is really violent, and I loved it. Besides Rama, there were some other, like mob bosses. You're like, oh, that's a cool guy. And there was a lot of villains in this movie. You're like, oh, that villain's pretty cool. Oh, I like that guy too. The characters were more fully fleshed out, and the story was more fleshed out. Now, the only little gripe I have with the film is that it's just a bit long. That's it. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes long, but this movie could have been 3 hours and I would have been fine with it. The Raid 2 is simply one of the greatest action movies of all time. Period. And there's a fan-made poster that completely describes what The Raid 2 is. The Raid 2 is the most face-breaking, ass-kicking, neck-twisting, hammer-hitting, bone-shattering film you will ever experience. The Raid 2, one of the best films of the year. I think this could probably go up against Captain America. And right now, I think that's the best movie of the year. But The Raid 2 and Captain America are like this because The Raid 2, for the second week in a row, gets my prestigious award of an A+. Guys, if this movie is in your theater, please, I highly urge you, go see this movie. If you're an action junkie, you love action movies, go see The Raid 2. It will blow your mind. If you think you've seen it all in action movies, you have seen nothing yet. Go see The Raid 2. It is a phenomenal action movie. And not only that, it's a really good film. And I highly recommend it to you guys. So finally, that is my review for The Raid 2, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And have a nice day.